Hey guys, Coach Max here for day 2 of training. Today we have 1 minute isometrics. This is our aerobic capacity plus maintenance. Should be nice and fun. Just got off work. It's about 9ish here at just my home gym. Everything's going to be body weight, so I don't even need the adjustable dumbbells. It's going to be 1 minute iso holds, that type of stuff, but should be nice and fun, pretty easy, pretty quick, and then right back into it tomorrow. All right, first exercise we got is our split squat isometrics. We're going to be doing it for 1 minute, just body weight. When I coach this with my youth athletes, even just athletes that come in and they're new to training, they do quite a narrow stance. They'll probably do something like this. Instead, let's try getting a huge step, a bigger range of motion, get that knee low. And then for my more advanced athletes, we're thinking about more like mindfulness, right? So there's certain things that I might do to just spice it up. I might think about driving my big toe into the ground as hard as I can. Maybe I try thinking about turning on my quad. Now trying to turn on my hamstrings, right? Maybe I'm trying to push away. Maybe I'm trying to push in. So that's a really easy way to make isometrics a little bit more fun, a little bit more mindful, and make the minute go maybe a little bit faster, but also it's probably better for you in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to get into those. We got the timer right here on the iPad, so I'm just going to press start. Boom. Start at 1 second, and we'll hit it. Get nice and low. Same thing now, just switching legs, so right leg in front of left. This one, for some reason, whenever I do these exercises, I'm just going to press start. Whenever I do these exercises, I always start with my left foot in front, and I think once you are in the gym quite a bit, you always start with one foot in front of the other. I don't know if it's like a superstition thing, but for me it's like, all right, if I start with my left foot, I know that this is the side that I haven't hit, the one with my right foot in front. So I think that's just better for me for, like counting and stuff like that. It's interesting because you only do it a few times, but it gets confusing. Sometimes you'll do the same leg twice. I've seen athletes do that. So that's just a little thing that I've noticed throughout my coaching, but also my own experience in weightlifting. All right, next one we have a single leg hip thrust iso. So upper back on the bench. I'm going to make sure that from my foot to my hip is going to be 90 degrees. So I'm really going to drive my hips up. This leg's here. I'm driving through my heel, through the ground, and I'm getting my hips up. So we're going to do 1 minute, both sides, 2 times through. So we'll just start the clock right here. Upper back on the bench, 90 degrees, driving that heel, my full foot through the ground. Nice flat back, driving that top foot kind of through the bench. Ooh, okay, I really like that. I think a nice cue for that is like literally just trying to drive my top foot through the bench. I kind of like it for soccer as well. I know with like sports specificity and all that stuff, that could be like a rabbit hole. Obviously, I am not saying bring a soccer ball into a weight room. I think there's definitely a balance between them. That could be a whole nother hour conversation. But I do like the idea that it is kind of the same shape over here. We're extending through. This is a similar idea when we're like kind of going through a ball, right? We're kicking here. There's a full range of motion of the shot, right? So we're here going through the ball, same idea. And also, it is pretty killer for that quad. So really liking this one. All right, side note as well. Yesterday, when I did my 5-yard build into my 10-yard fly, I didn't know what times were good or not, and I think it was like a 1:41 is my best, and now I'm kind of pissed because I have a few of my athletes, they ran like 120s and that type of stuff, and obviously they were on turf with cleats, but I take pride in my acceleration, so I definitely need that back. I definitely got to work on that. Definitely got to work on my speed. Also, my strength's got to go way up. With the Apex, it's like 405 for trap bar. My PR for trap bar is like 400, right? 135 pounds, body weight, but still, like, gotta get a lot stronger. And then bench press, like my PR, it's like 170 and it's 225, so I'd get 0 reps for both of those. So I definitely got to put on some muscle, definitely got to put on some strength to even compete at Apex. So there's definitely a big skill or strength discrepancy, and definitely have to overcome that, and it's going to take me a few years, but I'm excited. We'll just keep going at it, be consistent, and then just look at the improvement. All right, next exercise, we got loaded Copenhagen's. I'm just going to use a 20-pound dumbbell. I'm just going to put it on my hip, 30-second hold at the top, so it's just here, top foot on. I'm just going to drive this leg up right here, nice straight line from my elbow to my foot. I'll just squeeze it. We're holding this position. Day 2 wrapped up. Didn't do the lateral loaded glute bridge. However, just love the session, love the isometrics. Pretty quick. I think it maybe took me 20 minutes, and then I'm going right to bed, taking a shower, and then getting up early to coach again. So rinse and repeat, and then I'll be here tomorrow doing the session as well.